And in other border news, there is now a fight over an island in the middle of the Rio Grande River. This is Fronton Island, a 170-acre property that's been nicknamed Cartel Island. This is no all-inclusive resort. No, the island's known as a hotspot for smuggling drugs, weapons, and money. Texas authorities recently moved in and cleared the island out. A happy ending? Well, not quite, because now Texas is in a fight with the federal government over the island. NewsNation's Allie Bradley is live for us in Del Rio, Texas, over who controls the island. Why is this a fight, Allie? Fill us in.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? You see the federal government kind of making all these moves when it comes to the border crisis. So you would think that they would be okay with Texas clearing this land off and keeping the cartel off of it. But they say that land is not yours, Texas. That's federal land. So that fight is ensuing right now. And the cartel has been running rampant on Fronton Island. There's some images that DPS had there where they were actually wearing body armor. They had full-on rifles that they were carrying through this land that was just full of bushes. It was very, very thick with mesquite and different issues out there. There are those images there. Now, what's more shocking than those images is the fact that they were never caught. So that's what the cartel was doing out there on Cartel Island. And DPS even had images of them throwing explosives on the island in order to, quote, escalate intimidation tactics while they were down there. So what did Texas do? Well, in October, they went in there and they cleared that. The land commissioner down Buckingham using Operation Flat Top saying we claim this land, we control this land, and we're going to clear this land. Take a listen to what the land commissioner has to say about this fight with the feds.
They're demanding that we return the island to its lawless state. You know, it was a safe haven for the cartels for years. There were tons of drugs, tons of human trafficking coming across that island. And the fact that the federal government has no intention of controlling our border and defending our border, which is their fundamental duty under the Constitution.
So what happened here, Elizabeth? Well, the IBWC, the International Boundary and Water Commission, came in and said that is, in fact, federal land, that the things that the state of Texas is doing with their unapproved construction, the concertina wire, clearing that off, has caused environmental issues. They want Texas to pull back. They want them to remove some of those obstructed barriers, and they want it to return back to a space that wasn't environmentally impacted here. But I did talk with Commissioner Buckingham, Elizabeth. I asked her, how many cartel operatives have been on that island since you guys cleared it off in October? How many illegal immigrants have been caught on that island? She said 0 since that has happened. So she believes this is purely a political move from the administration. We'll see. And now this is the second fight that they're in with the administration, basically in the same kind of vicinity, right? You got the buoy barriers that will be taken up in court this month. They're arguing that over navigable waters too, Elizabeth. So 2 environmental things that they're battling over right now. We'll of course be on top of it.
And I'm just curious, Allie, did the feds ever try and clear out Cartel Island of all that drug trafficking and cartel operations? No. So the only people who tried to clear it out was the state of Texas.
I asked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I asked that. I said, hey, who had eyes on this before? Who was patrolling this? Who was actually concerned with Fronton Island before the state of Texas? And she said nobody. And so that's why they went in and did that, is because of those images that you saw and because of those cartel operatives that have been using it as a playground. She said they're not going to do that anymore. So the state of Texas came in there, but now the feds want it back. I don't know what that will look like. I don't know what policing that would look like and if that would even be something that they would do, Elizabeth.
All right. Allie Bradley reporting live from the border. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.